We're going to talk about the 3 keys to getting the call back. And we're going to go into 3 different areas. We're going to go into the applying for the job, going for a phone interview, and then going to the actual interview. So just to kind of give you an idea, when we talk about applying for the job, there's 3 keys that you really want to work on. Be proactive and detailed with applying. Follow directions and tell the truth. Right? So those are my 3 keys, and we'll talk a little bit about it and I'll expand on that. So when you're being proactive, you want to apply for jobs that are newer versus applying for jobs that are older. Keep in mind, a lot of employers now have all this technology. They want to try to get as many people applying, and people are doing it. Within the first 3 days, a lot of jobs, they're getting about 20 to 100 resumes. It's almost impossible to go through that. Every job that I've posted, I've seen a good number of resumes come in. So then, by the time you're about day 5, week 2, you stop accepting resumes. So if you're that applicant that's applying when a job is 15 days old, 20 days old, you're basically doing yourself a disservice. So you want to be proactive, go online every day, see what's out there. Also read the job description. You don't want to apply for jobs that you have no idea what it is, because these people are going to give you a call back on what you have put out there, right? And if you're applying for a job and you have it for customer service and it's a sales job, you've again done yourself a disservice. So you want to give yourself a chance with that. Second one is follow directions, right? Don't just click the easy apply. When you look at Indeed or Monster, they have the one where you can just click apply, and that's a quick one. No one wants to do the 8-page application that's online that asks you all the addresses, have to keep pulling out your phone. So go ahead and go do that. Follow the directions. If it says send an email to michael@coolguy.com, send that email there. Don't just click the cool button to do it and go through it fast. And again, tell the truth. Keep in mind, this is a very small world, believe it or not, and the sector you might be applying for could be even smaller. I can't tell you how many times I've come across people that I've worked with, or I can say things they put down on their resume is either true or false. This is not who they say they are, the things they indicated. There's a little bit of fallacy to it. So just be upfront, because if that happens, not only will they not call you back, but again, if they're talking to someone that might come across your resume, you pretty much have just put a stain on yourself, and you're never going to get a call back from the resume. Okay? So let's talk about the phone interview, right? This is what I think one of the trickier things that's come about with technology. Before, you used to get a call, you go on the interview, you kill it, you're working by the next day, right? Again, there are hundreds of resumes being sent in. So employers are being a little bit smarter. They've gone through all these different stages where they've had to get new employees. They've spent hours working with them or just doing interviews that are not worthwhile. So of course, we're doing phone interviews now. So with the phone interview, make sure to know what you're talking about, right? And one of the keys that I think with doing this is don't answer the phone when they call, right? I know it seems really weird. Employer calls, you're excited, you want to get the phone, I need the job, rent's due in 2 weeks. But don't pick up the phone, right? Let them leave a message. Understand that they know you might or might not be busy. They don't know if you're working. They don't know if you're at home. They don't know what you're doing. So let the call go to voicemail. When that voicemail comes in, go ahead and listen to it, hear what the job is, do a little bit more research on it before you call them back. That way too, you can make sure your background is silent. You can make sure that you are in a little bit more control, because you do got to take control in this instance. And they will recognize that you're prepared, that you're in the right environment, and you have a better chance of getting a call back from that one phone call. Okay? And pay attention. With phone interviews, it's so easy to get caught up around you, right? You're on the phone, the TV might still be on, you see a breaking news on CNN. Maybe I'm the only one who watches CNN, but you might see something on that, text might come through. Ignore all that. Be there now, right? Because if they hear that they've lost your attention, you've lost them as well. And you're not going to get that call back. And the whole purpose of a phone interview is to let them know I'm worthwhile and I'm worth interviewing. Okay? Last, have a list of no-no words, right? Sounds a little weird, but you want to stay away from certain words, especially talking to someone that does not know you. So, example of a no-no word is horrible, right? Or words that are repetitive. My favorite one is, you know what I'm saying. Hate that one. Like, oh yeah, I'm very qualified, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. I don't want to anymore. So have those lists of things that you know are pet peeves to other people. That might be a pet peeve to you. If it irritates you, there's a good chance it irritates someone else. Okay? Now let's talk about the in-person interview, right? Worry about making your first, middle, and last impression, right? You need to make a good impression on the person that you're working with. So make sure to make eye contact when you're talking with them. Make sure to play to the room. Keep in mind, a lot of interviews now are not done person to person. They're done in a group setting. You have people where they want to make sure that you fit in the culture of a company. So they're going to have people from different departments who might have nothing to do with your job in that meeting, right? Still want to make a good impression on them. Make sure that you know that you're attentive to them. Because if you negate one person, that one person could be that vote that says, something about them, I don't know. You know, they kept thinking I wasn't important, so I don't think we're going to call them back, right? So make sure to play to the room. Answer the question directly, right? And this goes along with know when to be quiet, right? I have a hard time with that. I'm long-winded. I like to talk, but in an interview, know when to be quiet. They ask a question, answer it, and then be quiet, right? Kind of a rule, kiss it, keep it simple. I'm gonna leave the last S out, but make sure, just be very direct with them. Because a lot of times, they're listening for things, and if you keep going around in a circle, one, you're gonna lose them. They're gonna become unattentive, and then that callback is gonna go to someone else. Now, also with a good impression, I think this is one that's missed in interviews, is don't brag, right? You wanna be confident, but you don't wanna brag. I had one person in an interview literally brag about how they sued the company they worked for. They didn't get that call back. Our attorneys were very happy we didn't call them back. Now the next thing is make sure to put your best employee profile forward, right? Keep in mind, this might be the only time that they see you before they decide if they're gonna call you back and hire you, right? So you wanna put your best profile there. Don't be late. Ironically, don't be too early. I had someone I used to work with, she used to be furious. You show up 20 minutes early, oh yeah, that interview was going bad for you. She's like, oh, they don't respect my time. You have a 2 o'clock appointment, it's okay to walk in at 1:55. Make sure to be there. Basically, you want to make sure that it's almost like your first day of school, right? No one goes to school too early. No one shows up late on their first day. You have a pen and paper. You are able to take notes. You come prepared and you look like you know what you're doing and you know that you want the job. And I think the last key to getting a call back with the in-person interview is understand the needs of a company, right? I think this is definitely missed out when people are interviewing. Everyone's so quick to try to impress them. They want to get through the interview. They want to just show everything about them. And they're not identifying with the people they're interviewing with, right? In this scenario, you guys are in an even situation. They need somebody, you want the employment. You want to prove to them that not only do you understand their needs, but you can actually help them with that. You can help them move forward with whatever it is. If it's a call center rep, you want to make sure that you understand what it is to be there on the phone, what it is to be attentive, what it is not to have the calls drop. You want to understand that company's needs and let them know that I can actually help you with that. And this is going to be an even trade. Okay? So those are my 3 keys and those 3 areas to getting the call back.